Is an all-out West Asia war once again imminent? For the second time in just 3 days, the world witnessed a dramatic escalation in the Iran war after the US military conducted yet another of what it calls defensive strikes against Iran on Thursday. American forces say they shot down 4 Iranian drones and struck a control center in Bandar Abbas. The US military calls it egregious ceasefire violation, in fact, by Iran. In a tit-for-tat, Iran targeted a US base in Kuwait. American ally Kuwait came under the escalating threat. Kuwaiti air defenses intercepted hostile missile and drone attacks following the latest US strikes on Iran. The IRGC also fired warning shots against 4 ships trying to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, once again raising concerns about the wider West Asian conflict deepening further. Iranian authorities, meanwhile, called the strikes a gross violation of the shaky truce that has been in place since early April this year. Earlier, the United States had struck Iranian missile launch sites and mine-laying boats, which, according to America, threatened American forces and shipping lanes. Amid the fragile truce, America sanctioned the Persian Gulf Strait Authority, which has been collecting transit fees in Hormuz. The US Treasury Department imposed the sanctions, accusing the authority of acting as an extortion arm of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The department said in a statement that the body forces vessels to pay illegitimate tolls and submit sensitive information in exchange for safe passage. The Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, said, and I quote him here, the Iranian military's latest attempt to extort global maritime trade is proof that economic fury has left the regime desperate for cash. Now, these latest strikes come amid President Donald Trump's assurance that a deal will be done soon, or else Pete Hegseth will finish them off.
Well, I think we're doing very well. I think they're starting to give us the things that they have to give us. And if they do, that's great. And if they won't, then the man on my left is going to finish them off.
In your mind for?
I mean, it happens quickly. The problem is every time I mention a time frame, for instance, I see, we've been doing this for a few months. Vietnam lasted 19 years. Korea lasted 8 years. Afghanistan lasted many years. They were all many, many years, and we're into it for a few months.
But remember, it isn't just the US and Iran raining fire on each other. Israel said that its military struck Hezbollah infrastructure in southern Lebanon. 2 Israeli strikes hit Thireh and another area to the city's east on Thursday morning. In fact, explosions were seen through the night and into Thursday morning. Smoke-filled roads and vehicles engulfed in fire were evidence of Israel's non-negotiable stance towards Hezbollah. The strikes came after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced an expansion of ground operations following Hezbollah's drone attacks on troops occupying part of the southern Lebanon and on civilians in northern Israel. Now, even though talks on a proposed deal are underway, the fresh strikes and Donald Trump's remarks about Iran, Oman and the Strait of Hormuz reflect how far apart United States and Iran really are on ending this war. At the cabinet meeting on Thursday, Donald Trump gave a direct warning to U.S. ally Oman, saying that Oman will behave just like everybody else, or, and I quote him, we'll have to blow them up.
The strait's going to be open to everybody.
And who would control it?
It's international waters. Nobody's going to control it. We're going to watch over it. We'll watch over it, but nobody's going to control it. That's part of the negotiation that we have. They would like to control it. Nobody's going to control it. It's international waters, and Oman will behave just like everybody else, so we'll have to blow them up. They understand that. They'll be fine.
Now, even as Trump threatened Oman, questions still remain on whether Saudi Arabia and Qatar will bow to Trump's pressure on the Abraham Accords or risk the collapse of a possible Iran deal. Donald Trump has thrown down a major geopolitical challenge by warning that he could walk away from a broader peace understanding with Iran unless key Gulf powers, especially Saudi Arabia and Qatar, formally recognize Israel under the Abraham Accords framework.
I'm not sure we should make the deal if they don't sign. You want to know the truth? If they don't sign to join the Abraham Accords, I don't know that we have countries in there already. UAE, great countries, bold countries, and it's turned out to be so good, so effective, and So we're, requesting strongly that they join. It'll be great. It'll be great for Saudi Arabia. It'll be great for Qatar and Kuwait, the whole group.
On ground, the reality is far more complicated. Saudi Arabia remains the most critical piece of this Abraham Accords 2.0 puzzle. As the custodian of Islam's two holiest sites and the most influential Arab power, any Saudi recognition of Israel would completely reshape the political map of the region. For Riyadh, this is not just a foreign policy decision, it is a deeply sensitive issue that is linked to the Palestinian cause and major public opinion of the Arab states. The Saudi position has remained consistent. There will be no normalization with Israel without a clear, irreversible and credible path toward an independent Palestinian state. That position is rooted in the Arab Peace Initiative, which has long been the foundation of Arab diplomacy toward Israel. So essentially, Donald Trump doesn't really have very many options left before him because none of the Muslim countries will be very willing to join so easily. Now, it all boils down to how much Iran lets go and what Donald Trump can extract out of Iran's leadership.